Hello, happy Friday. We made it. The weekend. It's always a good thing to look forward to. I wanted to do a video to actually add a little bit more information onto the reply that I had on a comment for the video on Monday. And Monday, my video was about one of the secret reasons why I wanted to go gray was because I was losing hair. And I got a good a response from one of the ladies, and I can still relate to that. When your hair is falling out, you start to stress out about it, and that only adds more. And if you're like me, and I believe that the mind and the body are connected, when you start seeing that hair in your hand and you don't want to take a shower, you don't want to blow your hair dry because you're so nervous about that hair falling out. But I liken it to if you've had children, or people have, you get a lot of hair, and then once you have your child, it all kind of sheds out. I've been coloring my hair. I was coloring it for 20 years, and so it took a while to get into this situation. So it's going to take a little bit to get out of it. And I know that that's probably not the best thing. Nobody wants to hear that. It's just going to take time because it's just hard. I understand that. But also, on top of that hard truth, I also think there's another hard truth that less is more. And especially in this situation, actually in a lot of situations, but that's a whole nother video. But the suggestion she had asked about other things to do, that once you do ditch the dye, like what can you do? And honestly, I mean, if coconut oil doesn't cure it, it's pretty much apple cider vinegar. And this is a go-to. And so I had posted in there, and I brought all my stuff into the car because that's how weird I am. Here is the bottle that I do. So now I just do a little bit, to about right here of the apple cider vinegar, and you do one, and then the rest I use real water, like good water, not the water from the faucet. But I just want to make sure you want to get the one that has the mother, because you got to get that SCOBY stuff. So basically what we're doing is we've been doing so much to our scalps that now we need to kind of step back and just let it, leave the scab alone, quit picking at it. So what the apple cider vinegar does is it stimulates growth. It will help with that itching, because when you color your hair all the time, you always have like this constant itch. Oh my God, I always had a constant itch like this. This was me all the time, especially even if I washed my hair really well after I was getting colored, it still would just itch. That will help with that. It will help with the pH balance. It has so many great properties, even watered down. It's just going to take time. The other little trick I got is this little tool here, which I don't know if you can see. It's like a little scalp, and trust me, I know when I saw this woman doing this for the first time after I was looking at hair in my hand like this, I completely understand you don't want to do this. But a gentle massage like this with that, because basically what you're doing, and I made that analogy of like if you have a coffee pot, and it kind of gets that, hard water, this is what you're doing. It's just like a soft, and what I do is I'll keep this always loaded in the shower. And when I take a bath, I take tons of baths, not too hot. I will put this and let it soak and do a little bit. And like I said, it's not like you're not getting aggressive here. You're just what you're doing is you're using this to break up all of that buildup that is on your scalp, because regular shampoo and conditioner is not going to break it up. And you need to get a clean, healthy scalp and get that old dead hair out in order for it to relax and then start bringing in healthy hair. And so I also made a comment, you can go online, and everybody has different dietary stuff, but there are definitely foods that will help with growing your hair back too as well. So like salmon and different vegetables. So just take a look at that. I do try to be mindful. I'm more on like kind of a Mediterranean diet. I do eat meat. Bacon, come on, it's the candy of meat. I don't know. I know plenty of vegetarians that will eat bacon. But anyway, I wanted to just go a little bit more into depth on that, because it is less is more. And I know that that sounds terrible and nobody wants to hear that, but you really do need to have faith that if you just leave it alone, you can allow it to have the time and space in order for it to have a better foundation for new hair growth. Now, that being said, that also is in your brain too. You have to be mindful of your stress, because, and that's a hard one. So that's why I kind of feel like, and again, I'm, not a super hair expert or anything. I'm just giving you my experience. But when I would do these baths, I would make a point to do like a really nice Epsom salt bath, some candles, and I would put this in my hair, and I would make sure that, I'm soaking it. I'm doing that light massage, and I'm visualizing. I'm closing my eyes and I'm visualizing that scalp residue is coming off. I'm visualizing the hair follicle getting thicker. I'm visualizing the stress of just, it's only going to be 6 months and I'm going to see it. I mean, especially like right here, I had because this hair right here is so white, it's so sensitive. So, it was almost like the first stuff to break off when I was getting my hair done on a regular basis. So, the fact, this is like all new. I always had kind of like bald spots right there. So I don't know. I was just feeling that comment, because it's just not something that you're like great to talk about or you want to talk about, but you do have to have the faith that it's going to get better. I'm sure there are cases where there is a medical condition and that you do have to maybe have some medication or something like that. But overall, I was shocked at what, cheap ass apple cider vinegar right here, and this little thing off Amazon. I don't even know what the heck it's called. I think it was like $3 or $5 or something like that. But you just want to make sure it's soft. But it has done incredible wonders. And I think that that's sometimes what happens is we ruminate, we spin out on something, and we think that we've got to, fix everything right away. And so we're trying different supplements and stuff like that. And the stress of it not having those results right away, well, it can make your hair fall out. Most of the common diseases that we have right now are induced by stress. So, don't disregard that mind and body connection, because it is very important. And also, don't get too crazy. Sometimes it's just better to just less is more, step back, evaluate the steps, and just watch it grow, and visualize what it's going to look like, what that ponytail is going to look like. I know that might sound a little crazy, but it's not. So anyway, that's all I've got today. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. And, from my reality to your reality, thank you for being here with me.